प्यारे बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप? आज बच्चों हम इंटीग्रेशन बाय पार्ट्स की एप्लीकेशन करने जा रहे हैं, एक्सरसाइज 7.6 एंड द फार्मूला ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन बाय पार्ट्स इज इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ fx into gx into dx. First function, second function. First function as it is integration of second minus derivative of first into integration of second whole integrations into dx. This is the formula of integration by parts, which we have to apply it in the exercise 7.6 of NCERT book. And in order to choose the first function and second function, we must have note this formula I laid, which we have already discussed. And now we will discuss the application of the integration by parts. Exercise 7.6. Integrate I is equal to x into secant square x into dx. Why the formula of I laid? Algebraic should be taken as the first and trigonometrical should be taken as the second function. This is first and this is second. We get first function as it is integration of second minus integration of derivative of first integration of second whole integrations. This formula we have applied the integration by parts above formula. Now it becomes x as it is integration of secant square x is tan x minus integration derivative of x is 1 into integration of secant square x is tan x into dx. Again it becomes x into tan x minus integration of tan x is minus log of cos x modulus plus c or log of secant x modulus plus c. So taking minus log of cos x modulus plus c, the answer of this question is x tan x plus log of mod of cos x plus c, and this is the answer of this question while integration by parts. That's all. Now let us discuss a very important question, integration of e raised to power x into sin x dx. So let I is equal to integration of e raised to power x into sin x into dx. We can take exponential or algebraic, any one of them with as the first function. Let e raised to power x is first. We can also take the sin x as the first, as per rule. But if we take e raised to power x as the first, we can also calculate the value of this application. So let e raised to power x as the first and sin x as the second. We get integration by parts, e raised to power x as it is, integration of sin x dx minus integration of derivative of first into integration of sin x dx whole integration. Now it becomes e raised to power x, and integration of sin x is minus cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x, but integration of sin x is minus cos x. And minus integration of derivative of e raised to power x is e raised to power x, and integration of sin x is minus cos x, and whole integration, that is dx. Now it becomes minus e raised to power x into cos x, minus minus plus e raised to power x into cos x into dx, and again applying the integration by parts here. We get I is equal to e raised to power x minus into cos x plus e की power x as it is, integration of cos x, integration of cos x dx minus integration of derivative of e की power x into integration of cos x dx whole integration. After this it becomes I is equal to minus e की power x into cos x plus e की power x is integration of cos x is derivative of cos x is negative, but integration of cos x is positive, that is sin x, minus integration of e raised to power x, derivative e की power x, and it integration is sin x into dx. Now in these questions, this again becomes minus I, and taking this minus I to the right side, the left side, we get 2I, and after dividing by 2 we get the answer of this integral. This is the procedure. In this case again integration by parts, and we get again minus I, and after taking I to the right side to the left side we get the double I, and dividing by 2 we get the answer of this question. Now let us put it as a minus I. After putting e raised to power x, integration of e raised to power x into sin x as I, we get this. Therefore I plus I, 2I is equal to minus e raised to power x into cos x plus e raised to power x into sin x plus constant of integration c, and therefore dividing by 2 we get integral I is equal to minus e raised to power x cos x plus e raised to power x into sin x divided by 2 plus c upon 2, this again becomes c. Hence the answer of this question is integration of e raised to power x sin x into dx is equal to, taking e raised to power x common, we get sin x minus cos x over 2 and plus c, and this is the answer of this question. Very very important questions for competition as well as examination point of view. That's all. Now question number 3, exercise 7.6. Integrate x square into e raised to power x dx. In this case, algebraic x square is taken as the first and exponential is taken as the second. And applying the formula of integration by parts, we get first function as it is integration of e raised to power x dx minus integration of derivative of first into integration of second whole integration. Now this becomes x square, integration of e raised to power x is e raised to power x, derivative of x square is 2x into integration of e raised to power x is e raised to power x. Now again applying the integration by parts, taking 2x algebraic as the first and e raised to power x as the second, we get x square e raised to power x minus 2x as it is, integration of e raised to power x dx minus integration of derivative of first and integration of e raised to power x dx whole integration, and body bracket close for this negative sign, and here we have applied medium brackets for this integration. Now it becomes x square e raised to power x minus 2x as it is e raised to power x minus integration of derivative of 2x is 2 and integration of e raised to power x is e raised to power x, and this is integration sign and then it is dx and closed the bracket. Now at last it becomes x square e raised to power x minus 2x e raised to power x minus minus plus 2 outside and integration of e raised to power x is e raised to power x and plus c, and this is the answer of this question. It becomes x square e raised to power x minus 2x e raised to power x minus minus plus 2 into e raised to power x integration e raised to power x and plus constant of integration c, and this is the answer of this question. That's all. Now question number 12, integrate x into sine 3x. Here we have to apply the integration by parts, taking algebraic x as the first function and trigonometrical function as the second. Apply the formula. First function as it is, integration of sine 3x into dx minus integration of derivative of x, integration of sine 3x dx and whole integration. By applying the formula of integration by parts and taking x as the first and sine 3x as the second. Now it becomes x into integration of sine x is minus cos 3x divided by the coefficient of x, that is 3, minus derivative of x is 1 and it is minus cos 3x divided by the coefficient of x, that is 3 into dx. By applying the integration by parts and taking the integration of sine 3x as minus cos 3x, integration of sine is negative, but derivative is positive, and that is minus cos 3x upon 3. Now it becomes minus x into cos 3x upon 3 minus minus plus 1 by 3 outside, integration of cos 3x into dx, and this again becomes minus x cos 3x upon 3 plus 1 by 3 and integration of cos x is sine 3x. Derivative of cos x is negative, but integration of cos x is positive, that is sine 3x upon 3 plus c. Hence the answer of this question becomes I is equal to minus x cos 3x upon 3 plus 1 by 9 sine 3x plus c. This is the answer of this question by integration by parts. That's all.